Hello guys, welcome to Ashley Last Show. My wife did the art live stream. Got some interesting comments. It was Loy Wolf or Super Saiyan asked me, ask Ashley. Lance ever. My wife says I never seen Lance get mad, and that is true. We've been married for over 5 years. Been together over 6 years. You have never once seen me get mad, seen me upset and aggravated, but never like really angry. And that's one thing that I try the best and hardest, not to show that side to my wife. Growing up, I was a spoiled brat. Though my family didn't have much money, I was spoiled. I get everything that I wanted, but I got certain things that other kids didn't get. Both parents, when they're divorced, I still family that took care of me, cared for me. Sacrifice that my dad made got me PS1. Sacrifice that my uncle made and got me an N64. Had that game, played the shit out of that game until I think until I got my GameCube. I did not actually get another console until I got a job, moved out of my parents' house, got myself a 3DS. I did not own a PS2. Didn't get a PS3 until like when the 2 years after the Slim of the PS3 came out. Didn't get Sega Dreamcast. My dad got an Xbox One 360 for himself. That was for him, but I wasn't playing myself. But it was. I had a lot of toys. Most majority were Legos. Keep buying them, rebuilding it. I always got toys from the dollar store. Back then, army, the green little army plastic ones, army men. A few G.I. Joe growing up, but Power Ranger, that was because my dad was in San Francisco. I was in LA. He always kind of drives down for my birthday or Christmas. All these toys. You only see me twice a year back then. I was in 4th grade. No, I was at my 4th grade. Certain circumstances, I was moved in with my dad. That's probably the best thing, education wise, knowledge wise, skill wise. But I did chores. I did mold the front back lawn, wash the car, take the trash out, clean the litter box, clean my room, stuff. I think the anger didn't happen until I was start getting bullied a lot. I got bullied since elementary through freshman year of high school, and that's when my anger starting to reach its peak towards robotics. Senior, junior, and sophomore, junior, and senior year. I was one of them all. I got bullied. Lunch beat the shit out of them with a lunch pail. Those old school lunch pail, thick plastic, thermos, like a weight of a brick. Busted their head and tooth with it. 4th grade, guy took my suspenders in the bathroom, shoved them in the urinal. Got out of him, got in trouble. Had 2 guys was bigger than me. I steal my bike. It never really happened. Started my bike because it was a brand new bike my dad ever got me. Learned how to ride a bike in middle school. Yeah, and I got bullied tremendously. Middle school, I started doing wrestling, flag football, did more weights, weightlift, that in the backyard. I learned how to fight in LA because they moved from Compton, K-Town, better neighborhood. Friend usually always get some fights because shit. Learn how to street fight, martial art. That's why, I every time I work out, I channel that workout into anger. Anytime I work out, even till now, channel it to anger. That's why I don't work out and exercise. I'll walk. I'll jog if I can. I can't jog anymore, but I just walk now. I burn calories that way. Be more active that way. Bullying back then was basically tough it up or let parents know. My dad always told them hit you first, then back to defense. Back then, self-defense meant something. Also, back then, kids brought knives and guns to school, but it was very rare. Usually, after school, you go in the back of the school ground and beating crap out of each other. In middle school, I had a kid, science class. It was after school. I kicked his ass. Then two of his friends jumped me from behind and I threw his ass across the freaking floors and stuff. My friend jumped in, stopped everything. But I think in freshman year, I was actually very yoked through the wrestling till sophomore stopped. I never really loved sport, never liked it. The reason why I did sports to get my father's approval. Father was upset that I stopped sports, but it wasn't my passion. But freshman to 6'2" gentleman. I'm gonna tell you guys the race of these guys people as well. Basically, shit to me in math class. I told him, why don't you come face? So, from my desk, like a little square desk, the actual personal desk, a separate chair, not even connected. Came in. I kicked the desk through his waist, fine. Came down, socked him in the face. I got him on the ground and beat the shit out of him. And that went all over the school. I beat the biggest and the meanest guy through middle school and high school. And then people don't want to F with me. No one try to F with me. No one try to do anything to me more. It was a relief. Feel sorry for that guy. He got expelled because he had a track record from bullying me from middle school, freshman year of high school, do it to other people as well. So by that time, I started had my friends scared of me, especially my female friends. I used to have a lot of female. Some of them are my sisters. They saw me with. I got angry. Feels like every time I get angry, I get upset. Separates me from. If I didn't have that, I bet I had a lot of my friends back then. I only have a very few friends I trust from high school. Very few friends from. It's funny when you think back, and no matter what, how many friends you make, you have very few friends that you can call true. So yeah, then my anger gotten worse after that. Always feel like someone's gonna get me. I would say Dungeons and Dragons saved my life and robotics as well. But you always deal with those that next. I had stalker girls. I mean, I don't mind having stalker girls back then, but I wasn't interested in those preppy smart girls. one girl I had a huge crush on. That's another story for you guys. One of those things that makes you think how it all started. When I was a teenager, I had hormones popping up, face looked like a freaking pizza, acne's everywhere. Pro acne didn't do shit, so our final solution was a cotton swab and rubbing alcohol every morning and night. That did wonders as well. Proactive is crap. That didn't do really shit for my acne. I was a loner most of the time, but yeah. Angriest thing that ever got me angry, probably robotics. Our first robotic competition. Don't know what it is. Look it up. The biggest one that you can do in high school. We're going to UC Davis. Me and my teacher, Piccolo, spent from after school to 2 or 3 in the morning. Sometimes I sleep at the school ground with them, building the STEM robot. Everyone. A lot of time people are there lollygagging. Me and my other friends, we actually program, build it, cut it, have any power tool, file it, actually a freaking metal tooth saw on it. It was a pain in the ass. It took time. I'm very frustrated because I was exhausted. Blew up. Was going one morning and Saturday morning at school, robotics lab, electronics everywhere, all the wires and stuff was. I blanked out. Half the room was destroyed. Destroyed a good chunk of a couple $1,000 school property. That was paid off by the robotics donation. A lot of those were outdated and old. Anything for it. I didn't know what it was. My best friend James, till this day. Best friend James. Yeah. He didn't know what to do. I was frustrated. That if I kept doing this, I would literally end up killing myself. And he came from San Jose State every afternoon, help finish the robot. That was a blessing. Made me go home and sleep. My dad made me go. That's one thing I thought to myself. I will never try to get that angry. I'll never. Friends I care for and love, and my parents into that situation, and I can actually, by rage, also end my life. Frivolous. That is one thing that since then can be irritated, yell. There's times I want to be there. Stop, take a lot of ways. Meditation doesn't really work for me. Basically, the video game does. I play a lot of video games. A lot of time I stress, I play. I lost the will to craft stuff on my own hands anymore. I used to be good at crafting. Used to good at programming things. Happened in military, all these medication stuff. Can't do it much anymore, especially my pain and everything. Constantly stress. But then I'll leave that down there for today about my anger. If you guys want to know more about it, let me know. Part 2 of it. That. Watching it, subscribe, notification, thumbs up. Know what your first rage, anger. Read them. Anyhow, guys, good night.